Boston in the rain. The run across the commons. You stayed in my heart. Yeah. You know how that happens. We're in some very beautiful times. Consciousness is exploding. Hook it in, tie it up. You need some astrological information. Look for Kaipacha on YouTube. Pay attention these days. We're coming into the new earth, a new time on the planet. The I Ching for the week of June 6, 2016. 28, Dagao, the great exceeding. Don't let it scare you. Above is Dui, the open, easy, and responsive, and below is Sun, root, foundation, all nourishing. The cosmic cycle Earth's peoples are now experiencing is called the in-between. Ready to move, but something is holding you back. Sandwiched between ideas and realities. Benefits will come as you consciously clear the decks, lighten the load, and delve deeply into the true meaning of relationships and your connection to the earth as a whole, your connection to and the understanding of the cyclic nature of Gaia. In this examination, you will become aware you are your cyclic nature. Give every effort to be in harmony with the seasons and with the cycles. You're tuned to your potential and the potential of what is in consideration. What you have on the plate, what's on the desk. Be cautious at this point. Stay out of the analytical mind. It'll just turn the wheel the wrong way. Don't analyze now. You're tiring the mind. Your brain function is likely it's low right now. It's foggy. The critical side of the ego is having at you with gusto. Remember, the yapping voice of the inner coyote, the voice of the analyzing, judging mind, is a liar and a trickster. It's gotten this far because in the past, you've been working in a different way. You've been working too hard. You've been working too hard to be mindful, too hard to create harmony in your life. And by doing that, if you keep it up, the trickster could take over. But you won't let that happen. That ego voice may be broadcasting its messages through your inner life, your health, or your work, or your relationship. The critic, the ever-busy mind, as opposed to the loving heart, will use all the tools in its arsenal, shame, judgment, impatience, fear, just to get control. Don't go for it. Your desire for success, for love, for peace and happiness, no matter how you define it, and in what measure, is not to be feared. And you have nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing to be ashamed of. This is a momentous time in which you must act swiftly and decisively to cut the monotonous drone of the critical influence of the ego. For safety's sake, a brief retreat from the situation is in order. Step back. In retreat, your perspective will be refreshed and changed. From a place of mindfulness and stillness, you'll be able to see the source of the internal chatter that's causing turmoil or imbalance. The energy of the great exceeding is here. Therefore, it is now time to assess what's going on and leave the outcome, correction or collapse, to spirit. The universal energies that aid you in seeking balance in your inner world of love, abundance, wisdom, consciousness. You are not, nor have you ever been, in control. The belief that you are in control is a dangerous platform to rely on. It'll rob you of peace of mind, screw up relationships, and take you off your quest for clear consciousness. The situation is great. The opportunities are great. The danger is great. Stay awake. You will receive in great measure. Mindfulness is of the utmost importance now. Your practice is of the utmost importance now. In fact, it's the key. At this turn of the wheel, it is a benefit to withdraw temporarily from weighty situations. This doesn't mean you're giving up, because you aren't going to do that. It's the opposite of that. You're just being smart, taking care of yourself. You're stepping away from what would likely create chaos. From the position of withdrawal, you will, like the gentle but persistent wind, be able to slowly penetrate to the core of the situation. Slow and steady is the pace. The work suggested by this hexagram is to look into the heart of the matter, to see the truth that resides there. This is an exploration led by the heart, with a still, unexcitable mind. Stillness. Once you've done this work, you may find you're able to correct and with grace enhance the finer aspects of your situation. Possibly then, on looking deeper and with brutal honesty of the self, you may find the situation is damaged beyond repair. If that's the case, move on. Don't try to rebuild it. Have no guilt, no blame, no shame. Move with an understanding of this lesson given by this hexagram. This message from the ancients. Do not try to salve the ego. Your action in the situation at hand must be accomplished with mindfulness and a gentle hand. Any other way misses the point. This time is represented by the Hermit card in the Tarot, which signifies that there's a guiding light on your path, but for now you must walk the path alone. It is time to be solitary, to meditate, organize, and find truth in your heart. During this time of solitude, feelings of agitation or frustration may arise. No worries, no blame. These kinds of feelings will soon pass. Let yourself have them, embrace them, and let them go. Clarity will come, an understanding and a view of your authentic self just waits you on the journey, just around the corner, on the road less traveled. Just give your mind a break. Give yourself a break. Relax. Relax into this in-between, this time of in-between. That's the rock in a hard place, that's it. It can be hard to accept that something you've worked hard for, whether it's in your health or your business, your relationships, your friendships, or maybe a fundamental belief that you've held dear, is undergoing a radical change. Here in this state, the benefit now will be to change your mind in a full 180-degree turn. It's a risk. When you're considering very risky moves and you're not feeling fear or trepidation, something's wrong. That's okay that you feel that. There's a pose going on if you're just saying, I'm okay, don't worry about me. Look, you're going into a risk. Don't lie to yourself about what you're feeling. When situations are causing too much inner noise, it's best to withdraw and take the eagle's eye view. From that height, you can see clearly what must be done, and you can move on with strength and confidence and a sense of freedom. From this lofty view, you'll see your old ways of thinking. You'll see how they're limiting you. Change your pattern. What is happening now on an individual level for each of us is but a reflection of the world as a whole. We all know that things now in the world are out of balance. The Hopi word, Kianaskatsi, which is what we're in now, means world out of balance, is a state that requires another way of being and a new way of thinking. The benefit now is to envision a new earth, where all live in harmony and connection, a real or virtual community, a world where ideas are shared and not put in a storehouse of greed to bring place or profit to an individual or a company or a geographical location. Envision a world where love is not bartered, but given open and freely with no conditions and no expectations. We're all connected. and tuned to pick up on the energetic frequencies of what's going around us right now in our world, whether it's near or far. The benefit now is to exercise diligence and listen to the clarity your inner voice of wisdom has for you. Or you may need to go to see the sage, or read the words that bring strength and resolve in their frequencies the strength it can give you. Hear this voice of wisdom that denotes freedom, and trust it. Use your get-out-of-jail-free card. At this time, you may feel it is time to see the wise person or the sage. Reach out for understanding and help if you need it. Don't be afraid. This inner chatter, disturbing your equilibrium, will just distract you from who you are, from your authentic self, from your true greatness. Balance and imbalance are like the scales of justice. They are yin and yang, the balance of life. One cannot exist without the other, like joy and sadness and abundance and lack, strength and weakness. This is the human condition. The work is to recognize the shifting balance in life and build strength and resolve, so that when scales shift again, as they will, you'll be able to maintain your equanimity. Finding stillness at this time affords you an opportunity to take stock, to organize, and to clean house. Free yourself from harmful influences, remove negative behavior, negative thoughts, and negative people from your life. Contemplate retreat where you will rest, you'll meditate, take long walks, learn new things. Slow penetration in all matters brings success in great measure. In times like these, fear will arise, but don't let it keep you from believing in yourself, in your greatness. Finding conscious stillness will quiet the fear, and the critical, egotistical voice is in there, wants to hold you in check. Don't let it. At this turning point, amplify reverence for the earth, for her waters, for her trees, for all her sentient beings. Take nothing that comes your way for granted. All the peoples of the earth are one tribe, one people. This is a momentous time when we're meant to be of one compassionate and loving heart. Each day find the activity or the practice that lights your inner fire, your passion. Extend this light of kindness and laughter and compassion to all your friends, all your buddies, to your kids, to your parents, who's ever out there. Just put it out there. Take the risk. Smile at people when you walk down the road. Open your hearts. That's what this time's about. Open and be of a loving, loving heart, and you can do it. This haiku this week, this one's for Annie. Boston in the rain, the run across the commons, you stayed in my heart. Yeah, that's the I Ching. I Ching for this midway in the year. Pretty cool. It's going to be a great rest of the year. Sing, laugh, dance, and be joyous. But also have fun. Play and dance. Try to sing every day. I send you a lot of love here from the 20th parallel. Remember who you are. Your authentic self is enlightenment. In Lakesha Lakin, I am the other you. And I like it that way. Namaste.